You are listening to the Atlanta Real Estate Forum radio show, all about real estate edition, shining a light on the movers and shakers in the real estate industry, the home builders, developers, realtors, and suppliers making it all happen.
Good afternoon, and welcome back to Atlanta Real Estate Forum Radio's All About Real Estate Edition. I'm your host, Carol Morgan, and I'd like to give a shout out to our new show sponsor, DeAnn Marketing. DeAnn is a market leader in the home building and real estate space for creating quality content for social media, public relations, marketing campaigns, and blogging. Today, I'm pleased to welcome two dynamic women to the show. They've both won numerous awards, sold a lot of homes, and they were both recently promoted. A very warm welcome to Lori Lane and DeAnn Golden. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you, Carol. We're glad to be here.
Absolutely. I'm very glad to have you all here. So we're just going to dive in. And I'll go over your titles just so everybody knows what your new titles are. It's kind of exciting. So Lori, you're the new president and executive luxury strategist for the new homes division, City House Luxury Collection for Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Georgia Properties, right?
Yes.
I think we could probably make that longer if we try.
Yeah, I really.
Really. And then DeAnn, you're the new president and CEO for Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Georgia Properties.
I am.
Very excited. I love seeing strong women promoted to fantastic positions, and you guys have earned it. You have been in the industry forever, and I know you're going to cover some of that as we talk. So I'm really excited about this conversation. I know you two have worked together for a long time. So tell us more about that and give us a little bit of an overview of your background in real estate.
Great. Well, I'll start because I had the pleasure of having Lori Lane actually as the on-site agent for the home that I purchased when I first came to Atlanta. And that's just a little fun fact that a lot of people
cool.
do not know. And we love that story about the beginnings of our relationship. I was coming here from another city, and it's just as I had looked all over Atlanta where to live, I had the pleasure. I met a lot of agents as I was going around, but Lori, she took the time, she listened, and we were not with the same company at the time. And it led to ultimately us being able now 18 years later, we have been knowing each other, working. I was actually a client at the time, or I guess I was a customer, the builder was your client. But we wound up starting from that and have worked through the years together. And this is my 26th year in the business.
Wow.
I've been here with our company for 18 of those. So that's kind of how we began collaborating and getting to know one another and working to just open doors for people. And she opened mine here in Atlanta, and it's a beautiful story.
That is really cool. What a great story.
Yeah, and it's even deeper than that because we were actually neighbors because I convinced myself to buy in that neighborhood as well. So we ended up living nearby, and I got to watch her kids grow up. She saw my kids grow up. So we got to see each other's journeys. And I think that's made working together now so much better because we understand each other and we support each other completely.
Yeah. Well, you've got, it's a personal relationship in addition to a business relationship, and it spans, golly, decades. That's really a cool story. So, well, DeAnn, give us a quick overview of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Georgia Properties and, kind of that 30,000 foot level.
It's my pleasure. We are entering our 60th year in the Atlanta and Metro Atlanta area, and pretty much 2/3 of the state of Georgia's history. We will be embarking in 2023 on that true 60th anniversary. And through that time, we have grown to 29 offices and nearly 1,600 sales professionals. And we really cover, and Lori will share more about some of the divisions that we've recently expanded into, but we have a footprint wherever people are going in our great state of Georgia and beyond, because being part of Berkshire Hathaway, we are now on 3 continents, 12 countries. There's over 1,500 offices around the globe, and that's over 50,000 sales professionals that are dedicated with a real expansive relocation. So as I always like to say, it's not just about moving you in town, out of town, across town, or across the nation. It's at every phase of your journey. And whether you're looking at a resale property or a new homes or a luxury property or needing the full services, which HomeServices being our middle name, that's
Right.
very important to us. So there's a quick high level of who we are with the greatest sales professionals that are dedicated to really listening and helping people on their journey.
I don't even know which of those facts is the most impressive. If it's the, 50,000 agents, or if it's, obviously the 60th anniversary in 2023 is
Carol,
really
I think
exciting.
it's the people. I think it's
Yeah.
the people. I think it's the sales professionals that come every day with a passion to help move people forward in their lives.
Mhm.
Whether they're, upsizing, downsizing, relocating, whatever the place in their journey they're looking to invest with our commercial, if they're needing to rent, because that's been something that has been a need,
Mhm.
particularly in the state of Georgia, being such a strong destination. But I think the people is
I
truly
think
the
too,
hallmark.
just to add to that, I've worked for other companies as well, and we sound really big, but yet it's the same people, it's the same core. I've been here since 2006. So it
Right.
feels more like a family. I mean, even the agents in this
Yeah.
company, the 1,500 plus agents, a lot of them have been here as long or longer, or they've joined in the last few years, but you know them, you have relationships. We can pick up the phone and call our chairman of the company nationally or actually globally, and he'll answer, he'll text back. That's so unusual and
Right.
even with what we do with luxury, we connect with London, we connect with California, we share listings, we share social posts. I think that's
Right.
unusual for such a ginormous company to
Mhm.
have intimate relationships. I think she and I could both name like most of the CEOs in the country and have met them and have relationships. It's just very unique to be a part of this company.
Yeah. Well, you think about it, the home buyer journey and that purchase of a home is so personal, and it's that one-on-one relationship with that realtor. So taking that and just expanding it is really what you've done. It's the one-on-one relationship that, you all have with each other as well. So kudos to you.
On that, even with the relocation, I mean, this company owns relocation all over. And so we're seeing and being able to work with buyers coming in from all over the country right now.
Mhm.
It's really fascinating.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I bet you are seeing a lot of that with all the in-migration to Atlanta. Tell us about the new homes division and your recent promotion and what you're most excited about.
Well, obviously, I've been running the new homes division for this company since 2006, and I love it. And that's been my favorite part of the company. And they really have allowed me here, this company, to grow that division as if it was almost a separate company. It's still part of Berkshire. I get the benefit of all the resources and the tools, but they've also allowed me to bring in initiatives and tools that are exclusive to new construction. And that helps us work with our builders and developers. And so we're just continuing to grow that. We have incredible clients. And we've got new projects. We've got the Trilith project is on fire, which is bringing in a lot of the movie industry. And we're getting to see the movie studio grow and expand.
Cool.
And the town of Trilith is growing, expanding. The hotel is going up right now. So that's a really fun one. We've got a new project in Sonoy that is really exciting. The Walking Dead has gone away and the walls have come down, and homes are going to go up, and some are already for sale and ready to close for people who are interested in that area. And then the active adult world is on fire. Soleil Belmont opened, and that is, we can't keep anything. Anytime we release, we sell it all. So it's a good time. We've got great properties coming in for Scythe too, Fireside Farms with Patterson Homes. It's exciting. And
Yeah.
John Wheeland, JW Collection, they have a lot of lots on the ground. New active adults coming. It's exciting.
There's so much going on. I was actually really pleased to see the Soleil brand expand, because, I'm familiar with Soleil Laurel Canyon, and I kind of thought it was going to be a one-off. And then I saw, oh, look, this is cool. So it's nice to see projects that are, kind of replicatable, and, you stamp that brand and, just take it from one location to the next, and people know what to expect. So that's kind of cool.
And there's a few more Soleils coming, just so you know.
Good. Well, we need them. So we need
More to
lots
come.
lots of it. Well, DeAnn, should we expect any changes as you take the helm of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Georgia?
Change is inevitable, particularly in this industry. And I think it's more about evolving and constantly responding to what today's consumer wants. Consumers are shopping for homes and selling differently than ever before. We experienced that through the pandemic when we saw just the ability to transact the transaction from anywhere with the augmentation of virtual closings and online showings and just a different journey for the home buyers. What will always stay the same is that the realtor, the professional, is that guide, and they interpret the data that so much is out there. From a standpoint of how we'll continue to change, we're always going to be innovating and growing and trying to respond to the needs of what the consumers and particularly our associates need. Technology is always changing. We're going to keep innovating. The ability to market different and to get more and to be able to really build the relationships with the consumer is always going to be changing. So we're going to keep changing with what is expected to be able to stay there and be that trusted guide. But we're built on the core tenets of strength, stability, longevity, and trust. Those never change.
Yeah.
Our vision has always been about what's the right choice, and that's for our people. We transacted over 13,000. We say transactions, but I really view them as the relationships last year alone. And so being able to continue to be there forever for the people that we've been privileged to serve, it will always be our main priority. We are excited to see, again, more growth with our new homes and what Lori brings to the builder community and to the consumers, as well as luxury. Lori has, with her leadership, has grown that entity for us, and we continue to see prices appreciate, and Georgia and the markets we serve brings that, as well as our lake and mountain communities. We've got a lot of exciting staff that are a part of our team, that their leadership is, they've been here a very long time. They understand Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices and the people, and they're very excited to continue to grow and go onward. So changes, they're going to be inevitable, but we've got a solid company that's excited and really ready to move for them.
Yeah. And, you mentioned technology. I think that's one thing that Berkshire Hathaway has done very well, and that's going to continue to grow. But, it's kind of funny. I think that, there's all this talk for a while about the buy now buttons on the website, and everybody's just going to buy it off the website. And the reality is they're going to shop it on the website, but they still want that personal contact. And I think it was eye-opening to some people, because it's like, oh, well, because everybody buys everything online. I'm like, you're not going to buy a $500,000, house online. You want to have that relationship with somebody, and it's a very personal experience. And
Carol, let me say one other point to that.
Yeah.
It is, for most people, it is the most complicated and, financially heavy invested purchase that they make. And so the stress, the decisions, needing the direction. And one thing that I think really stands out that we are continuing to respond to is that consumers want a more seamless process. It's already going to be stressful, so they want the complexity eased. And with our middle name as HomeServices, we really leverage the power of not only having the brokerage side there to guide you to the real estate, but to have the mortgage, to have the title, to have the warranty, and to have the peace of mind with the insurance, all integrated. And that makes it for a lot more positive experience. And that's what we're really, really striving to continue to evolve and bring better forth.
Well, and I'm sure that your buyers appreciate that, because talk about a one-stop shop. You don't have to, go everywhere. You've got, one person that can kind of guide you through all of it. So that's great. Well, Lori, you mentioned some of the projects that you represent. Do you have any others that are new or on the horizon that you want to mention?
Well, these are all kind of on the horizon, but yes, obviously there were a couple we may have 2 or 3 soleils coming, and the one that's down in Sonoy is actually really fascinating. That's kind of like going back in time when you go to that community, and there's a lot planned for that area. So I'm really excited about the Sonoy area, and the Fireside Farms is going to be really unique too. That's coming to Forsyth.
Okay, so we've got Fireside Farms.
And John Whelan's, it's River Green. The River Green has been there forever, but there's new sections, and there's a beautiful active adult section coming by JW Collection. So we're
It
really
just
excited about that.
It amazes me how many of these communities still have new sections coming out of the
Mhm.
ground. And, and it's a great opportunity for today's buyers because they're buying in something that's tried and true. And, in the cases of these communities that they're adding on to, the amenities are already there. There's, you've taken all the guesswork out. So that's very cool. Well, DeAnn, talk a little bit about your brokerage services and what sets you apart.
Well, I think the fact that, as Lori said earlier, that we are locally ingrained in the communities in which we serve, having offices in over 29 locations allows us to be a part of that community so we can really understand the people, the needs, and make an impact in that community. So I think that's one of the real hallmarks. I think second is the fact that we do have the diversity with being able to service all points in the transaction. And I mentioned earlier, I mean, if renting or commercial or relocating or new homes or luxury or first time, whatever the aspect is, and that's a real unique differentiator, is that you're able to come to us and we're able to really assess what's the right choice for each purchaser or each seller or each investor at whatever point in their journey is. And I think that's another key differentiator. And again, when you're backed by the vision and the core values that Warren Buffett brings forth, there is a strength and stability that is here, that it is the business side is run so well. And the people side, the training, that is actually what brought me to this company. And I am passionate about seeing that our sales professionals continue to have their skills sharpened and to understand the ever-changing landscape that we're in. I think that is one of also our greatest hallmarks. And we have people that truly care. We talk a lot about that it is so important that you're not just there for a transaction, but you're really there to become part of the lifeline of that consumer, because their opportunities then down the road or to refer business will be there. And we like to just say we want to be there to move forward together with you as we each grow in the journey. So those are probably some of the key hallmarks that I think you can see in having stability. We're not going to be here today, gone tomorrow. We've been here, and Warren Buffett builds companies to last. And that's something that we don't just take lightly. We really believe that that's a key part, with integrity first.
Yeah.
And I will say to that one thing that Berkshire Hathaway is known for is being the forever brand, because we have been here, and that is a hallmark for Warren Buffett, is to be there a life long past your own lifetime, will still be here. But the other thing that we're really focused on is we're not just the forever brand, we're actually for everyone. And I love the fact that, yes, we have this incredible luxury. We have a new mountain and lake collection, because we see a lot of second home buyers going out into the mountains, and our agents are thriving all around that area. But we're every price point. We're the first time, the active adult, the new construction, commercial, we are really for everyone. So we don't really limit who our clientele is or our customer base.
Right. Well, you kind of touched on the luxury division. What are you seeing as far as trends in new homes and in the luxury collection? What's going on out there? What do people want to see in homes?
Well, that it's kind of that second home buyer. I mean, we saw a lot of the mountain and lake division just exploded over the last year. I mean, we just can't keep any product, as you know, there is no supply. And in new construction, it's the same thing. I mean, if like most builders will say, if we had it, it would be sold. But of course, the world has slowed us down, which is probably, a good thing right now, that we won't ever be in that crisis zone, which where we have 12 months of supply, because builders couldn't do it even if they wanted to. So it's really a great thing. We're just kind of consistent. And I see our builders being very realistic. I was just at a company meeting for one of my clients yesterday, and I thought it was brilliant. He said the number one priority we're going to have for this company with our customers is empathy, because of what everyone is dealing with. And we need to consider the consumer, the customer, and their buying experience, and how hard this is for them. It's hard for us, but can you imagine what it's like for them? So I thought that was really unique to have a builder, his agents and his builder group, to focus on empathy.
Oh, it's so true. You think about it, and I guess the market's maybe not quite as hot as it was, earlier in the year, but with all the multiple offers and, they're still making multiple offers and they're getting this reject, reject, reject. And it's a lot. It's a lot for the agent to write all those offers. And it's a lot for the buyer to have that, that emotional connection to that home. And then, oh, well, I didn't get that one.
Well, I
So,
think sometimes we think it's easy right now for builders in our world because, people are buying. It's actually the hardest time it's ever been for builders. Building a house is hard. Keeping
oh,
your
yeah.
staff is hard. People are, it's not what anybody thinks. So I think sometimes you forget that it's just as hard for the buyer as it is for our on-site agent dealing with all of this, as well as the builder.
Yeah.
It's a difficult time, but
Well, yeah, I think it's stressful for the builders. I can't think of any other time in my career where I've had builders say, oh, well, I can't get the CO because I can't get the dishwasher, right? You just think about the supply chain problems they're dealing with, and then the prices are all over the place, and the homeowner wants it yesterday. And yeah, it's a lot. I think you're absolutely right. So
and
empathy.
the other key point yesterday is we all decided it's back to basics. It's time to
Yep.
get back to,
Get back to basics.
to the
I
basics.
agree. I completely agree.
And we talk about the market is normalizing.
Yes.
And I think, there is an optimism to that, and that is a healthy place that we're at. And one of the is we all know that inventory is still being constricted and the interest rates have taken a little bit of a different turn. But, our sales associates are out there offering real estate property portfolio reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And what that is it's a way that whether you're considering buying or selling now, annually or more, we will come and give you kind of a health check, a pulse check, a temperature of what has happened. So many of our clients have had great appreciation in their property. And they just need someone to help assess what's the right choice. And it might even be that it's a piece with the HomeServices that maybe they need to have their insurance evaluated or their place a warranty of their property, or have us give some suggestions on what would make their home more desirable. I mean, we're still seeing that consumers want outdoor living spaces. And we often hear, is there a way we could have 2 Zoom rooms on the retail side as well?
Yeah,
So, reach out to one of our Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices sales professionals, at any point in your journey, because they can help guide you. Or if you're considering new homes, they can begin the process of what that will look like and how to prepare it. And timing is a big key as we continue to move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, question for you, and actually Lori might want to chime in on this one too, but DeAnn, obviously real estate is a great business to be in for men and for women, but what makes it most appealing for women?
Well, I'll start. I'm the daughter of a broker. My mother entered this business in 1978, 44 or 5 years ago. And I watched her be able to enter this business because of what her why was. She wanted to be able to provide a better life for myself and my family. And she still had the balance of, raising us and getting us to where. And so she was able to grow her business, but on her own path, and be a full-time professional. But that often does entail meeting with clients in the evenings or on the weekends. So being able to time manage herself to be available for her clients, but also be available for others, I think was a unique hallmark to this business. And it's at any juncture in people's lives that they are able to come into this. If they come into it with the mindset of being a full-time professional, not a hobbyist, as I say, and really dedicate it to the industry. And nationwide, we do see that the average profile for a realtor is female. And of course our gentlemen in the business are outstanding as well. But I think there's been some doorways that have been opened because it allows a female to be able to care, to nurture. It's just to listen, to counsel, to guide, and to empathize with that has been something that I have seen, many women in particular who want to, serve others, because that's at the heart of it. Real estate's the vehicle and the end goal to be able to achieve that American dream. But it's a beautiful way to connect with people and to build relationships. And it goes back to what we said in the beginning. It's about the people and caring for them. And it's exciting too, because you get to see that you're making a difference in people's lives and get to become a part of their life. And there's nothing more rewarding than when you get to hear about their journey and their story. So it's absolutely, it's an incredible career. It's an incredible career for all that want to commit to doing it and doing it professionally. But it's been a wonderful opportunity. I'm a mother as well, and it's allowed me to be able to be a mother and to also be able to have a full-time career that I can work to try to do the best at both. Is what we do, as well as Lori too, being a mother as well. We've navigated this over the years.
Yeah.
And I think so many, women and men are out there looking for that work-life balance or to how to make that work with kids. Work-life balance doesn't have to mean, 9 to 5, which I think is what you just said with real estate. Maybe it's 9 to noon and then you do something with the kids and then you're taking clients out at night. So it's nice to have that, flexibility. And, I'm like you guys, I started my company because I had a very small, fussy child who, honestly would not take a bottle, would not be didn't sleep through the night for 18 months. So I finally just said uncle and started my own company and just, juggled him and clients and, the rest is history.
It's funny. I think that's how a lot of us started because of course mine was similar to that. But what's beautiful about real estate is you can make it whatever you want to make it. You can do it part-time or you can do it full-time and sky's the limit. Yep. Depending on your aggression and what you're willing, it's also humbling yourself. My first sales were knocking on for sale by owners. It was embarrassing and it was hard. But you become so used to rejection too, that nothing really phases you. I feel like it would be very hard to get me upset at this point.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, it has been fantastic talking to both of you ladies today. Before I let you go, tell me how and where we can go for more information about Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and then also about your new homes division.
Well, we invite you to always come to our bhhsgeorgia.com website. That's probably the simplest and easiest way to reach out to any of us and get a response. We've got a quick chat there too that you can just chat right in, and we'll make certain we get you to the proper need that you have throughout our company or around the world if you're looking for needs to move. And then for the new homes in particular, Lori, share.
So yeah, for new homes, you can go there, but it's bhhsganewhomes.com is our website where all of our builder information. And so that's it. And then we've got Luxury Redefined, which is also within the bhhsgeorgia.com site, but it's luxuryredefined.com. So there's a lot of different ways to get to us. And of course, there's lots of social media. So we're pretty easy to find.
Very good. So if you guys who are listening are in the market for a new home, or the builders who are listening, if you're in the market for a new broker, then you know where to find Berkshire Hathaway. So reach out. And with that, I'm going to call it a wrap of this week's Atlanta Real Estate Forum Radio's All About Real Estate edition. I'd like to thank Lori Lane and DeAnn Golden with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Georgia Properties for joining me in studio today. And on behalf of our show sponsor, Denim Marketing, I'm your host, Carol Morgan. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's show, please go over to iTunes and give us a positive rating and review. If you want to hear more of our podcast, then you can sign up and follow us on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spotify for free. So with that, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you right here for our next episode.
Atlanta Real Estate Forum Radio is made possible by Denim Marketing, the publisher of Atlanta Real Estate Forum, Atlanta's favorite source for real estate and home building news. Denim Marketing is a comfortable fit, like your favorite pair of jeans. Denim Marketing tailors marketing strategies to meet your specific needs and niche. Try them on for size. They will work to create a perfect fit for your company's marketing program. Call them at 770-383-3360 or send an email to info@denimmarketing.com. For more information on Atlanta Real Estate Forum Radio or to inquire about being a guest, contact info@atlantarealestateforum.com. Check out the radio show by visiting atlantarealestateforum.com or by listening to the show on your favorite podcast app. And if you enjoyed today's broadcast, we'd sure appreciate a rating and review on iTunes. Thank you again for listening, and we'll see you next time on Atlanta Real Estate Forum Radio.